Hi, my name is Emmanuel, and the purpose of this video is to show how easy it is to create an ERPS or Ethernet Ring Protocol switching over an MPLS TP network. Now, provided of course we use a takes care management system. Here we're looking at a live network of 6 nodes which are interconnected in the form of a ring, and the links are fiber optic links. Now we go to the dashboard, we will open up our connection tab, and the first thing we want to do is create a tunnel. So we're talking to MPLS here, so we are talking about tunnels or label switch paths and pseudo wires. So in our tunnel wizard we will start off with a user-friendly name, so we can call that main ring number 1 and select topology logical ring. Next, the first thing we're asked are the devices. So devices that we like to connect is node 100 and 200, and we will use these as our main ring. Second question here is the links. So we obviously use the links that are interconnected or interconnecting these two nodes. We're asked for the owner device and neighbor device. These are two typical ERPS parameters, and the link between these two devices will be in standby. Here we have an overview of what we've done. We click finish, close, and that's it. We have already created our first ERPS ring, Ethernet ring protection switching between 100 and 200. The next thing is, since we want an any-to-any connection, and we're talking about ERPS version 2, we want to create a ladder network, or we want to make use of subrings. So we click again plus of the tunnel, and this time we will call it a subring. Change that, subring 1, and topology, obviously we select subring, right? So next he will ask us which main ring would you like to connect to. Well, we'll use this one next, and he will ask us for the nodes, so we'll select 300 and 500, and we'll interconnect with the main ring via 100 and 200. Next, the links. Here we go. Next, now he's asking us for owner and neighbor device, and we can select 2 devices. Next, and here we have an overview. We finish, and we can close. Alright, so up here we have our main ring, and down here we have our subring. Now let's create a second subring. Plus, next, so we call that subring number 2. In the topology we'll select subring again. Again connect to that main ring, and here we can see in the overview that this is our main ring, this is our first subring, and now we'd like to connect to the other subring, right? So we do that 900 and 1000, these are node numbers, and we connect via 300 and 500. Next, so he's asking us for the links, as you can see here, right? So let's select these links. Now he's asking us for the parameter owner device and neighbor device, so we'll tell him that the link break should be between 300 and 900. We have an overview right here. We click finish, and this time we would like to load everything onto the network. So when we press load right now, everything we've done, the main ring, subring number 1, subring number 2, are all loaded inside the physical nodes. Bear with me for a little while. It will take a few seconds for the whole thing to load, but as you can see, the progress bar is going. Okay, and we are done. So we have loaded this configuration in the network. Now let's have a look at our network tab. Let's click on our main ring here, and here we have a view of our main ring. Now what's the interesting part of this monitoring tool here is that We're looking right now at node number 200 and 100, but you can actually see which port is being blocked, right? So the communication runs over this fiber down here. And the same with the subring. So we'll look at the subring here, and here we can see that in this subring, port between 300 and 200 is blocked. And this other subring, we can see the same right here. So this is very, very handy to see where traffic is sitting right now. Now, since we want any-to-any connection, we can click on that ring here and we see all the subrings. We want to create an Ethernet service. So we open up this wizard and we will create this, we'll call that maybe a voice over IP. And we want any-to-any connection. So it's an Ethernet port-based service, and we just select in every node one port. Alright, so this is what we do. One port in every node. There we go. Next, here we have VLAN settings, and we would like to use the rings for that. So we use the main ring, subring number 1, and subring number 2. Next, here we have our parameters in connection with the quality of service. We don't want to change that for the moment. Here we have all the settings and an overview. In other words, this is a traffic engineered network. So the ports, the policing, and the qualifier are all here. Next, we have our labels, finish, and we close. Let's now go back to our network. And here we, of course, we can look at our rings, but at the same time, we can also look here at our any-to-any connection. So you can see that these are all the ports, these are the nodes, and you see that they can all communicate with each other. Alright, so that was basically it. That's how to create an ERPS over an MPLS TP network. Thank you.